I just went to go take a picture and I don't have my camera. Got a little bit of rain, so my phone might cat out. I put a piece of bark. I wish you could see my makeshift cover for my phone right now. So I have a video. I should have made this part too. So Hunter, we just got out of the truck and there was dogs that went past us before I let them out of the truck. Thank you. And Zach George right now is being attacked, and I just totally disagree with how we deal with the nursery at the dog park. He didn't take care of her emotional needs, and that bothered me. I'm probably going to put this back on in a minute, but I'm feeling a little stuffy and stiff. He didn't take care of her emotional needs. He wasn't there for her when she was asking for help, and that's a big issue for me. People to say, he was trying to gauge on how receptive she was to cues, as if that's a great indicator of if your dog's willing to move forward. It is a good indicator to find out if your dog's interested in you, but what's more interesting to find out if they're interested in you is how they're paying attention to you. Not if they could take treats. So when I'm using treats, it's not because I'm focusing on them doing cues. I don't want them to try and do cues in a stressful situation. I will reward for disengaging. And I will give it a second or two. I'm not going to click as soon as they turn away, because they're already anticipating something that's going to happen with something new. And if they turn around to me real quick and I yes, mark and give them a treat real quick, what that does is actually help them focus on still being receptive. That doesn't change their mindset. They may be positive in accepting food, but they're still anticipating something else. How can you tell? I'll show you with Wiley and the ball. Wiley, can I have it? Barney, over here. Watch what Wiley does when I eventually get him to give me the ball. Wiley, can I have it? So watch this. I don't know if you can see this. Come here, Wiley. Over here. Thank you, Barney. Everybody wait. Grab it. Good boy. What I'm trying to get him to do is when I go to offer a treat, see how receptive he is to the treat. Wiley, can I have it? He's very interested in the ball, so this is why I know this will not work. This is not going to work in my favor. Thank you, Hunter. He's very focused on the ball. Imagine that being another dog. Wiley, can I have it? So I give him the treat, and immediately his head goes back down. I don't know if you got to see that. Wiley, here. So for example, you see he's interested in the ball, right? So this is no different than him looking for dogs at the dog park. See that? Wiley. See, he's receptive for that, but look where his attention goes. Thank you. Wiley. Thank you, Wiley. Watch again. See how I can mark it. Wiley. Thank you, Wiley. Now he's looking. Thank you, Wiley. Thank you, Wiley. But see how his attention immediately goes back to the ball? Wiley. See? The attention, even though he's focused, he can look at me, he wants his ball. Thank you, Wiley. Grab it. Thank you, Hunter. Thank you, Barney. So that's why I will mark the behavior. I will give it a second. Thank you, Barney. Thank you, Wiley. Thank you, Barney. Oh, wait, time out. Barney, put that back on. Good job. If he's focused on that, I mean, this is positive, this is fine. But I can tell you, he took treats, but that doesn't mean he's receptive and willing to work. He's willing to focus on that. He's willing to do what he has to do to get to his goal. So what I do is if I can mark it, I will pay attention to what's next. Will they still want to pay attention to me? Being he was able to stay in one spot, I could easily say, Wiley, let's go this way. He probably would have lurched this way because that's what he really wants. But it wouldn't have been as important if I mark it 2 or 3 times and then walk away. That's why I always focus on disengagement, especially if the dog can do it on its own. Get out of my hole. Ready, Hunter? Disengagement is extremely important, but to what extent? If my dog is focused on something and I want them to come back to me, and I really haven't practiced anything for them to do that, I got your butt, Barney. Thank you. Then I'm not going to try and ask for it. I will wait for them. I start to see the eyes, or I start to see the ears, and the head start to move around a little bit more. They're not just really tight movements. They start to move a little bit more. They're more aware and taking in. They feel safe enough to not focus, but take in. So it's like tunnel vision. Then slowly they start to take in more of their environment. And once they're able to take in more in their environment, what they see, they'll be able to hear outside of that. So they can hear outside of that, they're more likely to listen. And if you say their name, you're probably going to get an ear to twitch in your direction. They've acknowledged you. That's great. That's an acknowledgement of my direction. Just wait another minute. Hunter. Out. Get out. You want your ball? Wiley, can I have it? Wiley backs up. Because now he wants the engagement. Thank you. I can give him a treat. He's willing to accept it because he's in a positive state of mind. Now he wants to share his game with me. Thank you. Good leave it, Barney. If he's willing to share the game with me, that is the key word. We're more likely to have fun. Can I have it? Get out! Get out! Or I missed. See, now he's having more fun. He's shaking around. He's running around. You got it, Hunter? We can engage, Barney. We could leave it. See how he focuses on that, looks at me, and then goes back to it. He's not fully interested in that, but he's interested in enough if that means he looks at that. I've ignored him pretty much the whole time until he goes to the mud. To get my attention, if he goes to the mud, then he'll look back at me. Good, leave it, Barney. So since I created that, I can make it work in my advantage. You ready, Barney? Out. Thank you, monster. Out. Good, out. See how he's less likely to go into it now that I'm engaged. You can't have it. You can't have it. Get out of there! Dogs will do things to get your attention, and a lot of times we don't like it. We'll give you a butt. Now that he has my attention, the mud's not as interesting. You want that? You want the mud? Get out of my mud! All right, Barney. Thank you. So now him, Wiley. Thank you. Now he's more receptive that I met his needs. Thank you, Barney. Good, leave it. We've interacted. Thank you, Hunter. He's more interested now that we've interacted. Give it to me. See, now he's playing closer, engaging and interacting. Now he's starting to feel more of being with me and interacting, having fun this way. Thank you. I can still use treats as a thank you and marking those behaviors because now he's in a more positive mindset. Before he was like, no, I need to go run around. I need to de-stress. I need to take care of these needs. Thank you, Wiley. Can I have it? The cues are more than likely to happen. Can I have it? So he's still focusing on the ball. Thank you, Wiley. The traits don't matter as much. They're not as motivating. This and my interaction is. That's why I'll throw it when he's down there. He doesn't have to fetch it and bring it back. Hunter, what'd you do with my ball? Get out of there. Get out of there. Barney. Get your butt. Give it to me. Barney. Thank you. Thank you, Hunter. You want to cuddle? Hunter, you want to cuddle? You want my stick? Hunter likes to cuddle outside the group, so that's no problem. See, now he's closer and willing to engage a little bit more. This is still interesting to him. Last one, Wiley. Thank you, Barney. So yes, I do use treats a lot, obviously. But it's not because of all the cues they give me to try and see if they're willing to work for food. Hunter, leave my stick alone. I have a stick covering my phone, so it's because it's raining. And Hunter was gonna steal my stick. He's gonna steal my stick. Good job. Okay, that's it. We're done. Another reason I can tell we're done, there's the foam that's on the ball. That means we need to calm down before we go further. Barney, out please. Thank you, Barney. Thank you. Barney, leave it alone, please. Get out! Get out of my spot! Get out of my spot! Barney. See, he went back to it because... Thank you. Give it to me. Yeah, you're stuck between these two, huh? Alright, so this is Scott with Second and 01 Canine Life Coaching. Discussing when to reward. What do treats actually mean to a dog and how to actually find out if the treat is important. Does your dog actually want to work for the cookies? Does it want to work for you and your attention because you help them feel safe in that situation? Or is your dog gathering information to feel safe so they can move on and taking the treats just because you offer it? How do I do that? Again, if I offer it, they take it, do they turn right back around to something? Yeah, they took the treat. That's great. They're receptive to taking a cookie, but that doesn't mean they're receptive enough to want to get out of that situation or focus on anything more positive other than what their mind says they need to focus on. Good, leave it. I saw that. I let that happen because Barney will make the choice to leave Hunter alone. Hunter's doing this for attention. So was Barney. So this is Scott with Second and 01 Canine Life Coaching. Treats are not always the thing you need to do. Sometimes you just need to stop and be there with your dog so that they want to come back with you. That connection, treats help with a connection after you've got the connection. Treats should not be the bribery to get to your connection. People are going to be pissed off by that word bribery, but tough. Because I'm not bribing them. This one I am. He's bribing me. If I pay attention to you, you give me a cookie. Pay attention, you give me a cookie. If I pay attention, you give me a cookie. If I do something wrong, can I get a cookie? Good, leave it. So this, thank you. Thank you, Barney. Over here. I'll cuddle. Barney, leave it alone, please. Barney. Oh. Thank you, Hunter. Thank you. Thank you. Good boy. Mud eater. Now that I've met his needs a little bit more, well, he met my needs of cuddling. Now he's going to go try and get something to get his attention. So I'm going to go chase Barney for a while. This is Scott with Second and 01 Canine Life Coaching. Have a great day.